these are the army police checkpoints that are common around this area. It's always a relief when I get through that. I don't know why I get so nervous. It's close to the Syrian border, so I'm guessing policing against trafficking of some sort. But yeah, coming into Antakya now. Just have a nice city day, I guess. Heading to the archaeology museum first up. Check it out. Such a thick smog around this whole place. Well, this archaeology museum in Antakya is really an incredible place. This region of Turkey has such a deep history, and I spent a good couple of hours walking around here, thinking about stuff, and I thought I would share some of the things I was thinking about. Well, first, that these artifacts exist at all, made by human hands thousands of years ago, and then how well they've been preserved, restored, and interpreted. These ancient scripts carved on these stone blocks have been dated and deciphered, giving us a little glimpse into the past, and all the while wondering how much else has been lost, destroyed, and forgotten about. And next, the stories that these objects tell us about our species. It's a story of cooperation, our ability to work and live together in groups, to divide skills, labour, and resources, has helped our species thrive. But humanity can be seen as the story of unintended consequences, because in societies, someone will always rise to the top, elevated above the rest to lead and to protect. But power corrupts intentions, and the desire for power can never be satisfied. So the leader soon becomes restless and needs to rise above an even larger population. So persuades his group, through fear or a notion of genetic supremacy, that the others, whomever they may be, must be suppressed for their own preservation. And so we have conquest and war, fighting over lands they don't need, against a self-created enemy they don't understand. Acts that would be unthinkable for a free-thinking individual, but unfortunately there's no freedom in institutions, and there's no wisdom in crowds. So what other stories do these objects tell us about ourselves? Well, there's obviously a desire for legacy, for permanence. In words or in statues, there's a need to be preserved. But places like this, ironically, expose this illusion. This is the legacy of the great men of their time, resigned now to exhibits in a museum, because the greatest names will always be forgotten, and the strongest statues will always crumble. And are these really heroes anyway? Or are they just relics to a human sickness? The ego, bent on recognition, on permanence, on the belief that even death can't stop us, and that we can gather what we've collected here and advance with it into eternity. But it's important to recognise that places like this represent just a small slice of humanity. Most of our ancestors aren't written about, and they don't have statues. They probably stared with the same bewilderment as us at those who try and shape history to their will. But those in power have always depended on the pursuit of progress as their purpose to gather support. But in today's world, arguably for the first time in human history, we can see that progress itself is becoming a harmful and destructive force. There's a disconnect between people and the institutions will never recognise this, always defaulting to self-preservation and exponential growth. And so what? Can we divorce ourselves from the institutions that have built the societies in which we live, who strive to protect us? Well, for the first time in human history, there's a collective longing for the past, a nostalgia, a desire for a return, for simplification. People now wary of a future of false promises. But all these are just thoughts, ideas, words, abstractions from reality. And it's possible to spend your whole life in the realm of abstraction. And for what?
Abi bir düz Celal.
Dur Kadir, bir dakika hasar mı?
Böyle kiraz yapıyor.
5 1. Yeni açma.
Ulan o.
Şu bir abi acele etme abi. Şu 5. Hayır 4 abi 4. Hesap edelim abi. Her şey hesap edelim.
Sen de bari mi?
Kim diyor?
Gel alıcı üstte.
Şimdi mi?
Well, we're in Antakya, Old Town, and it's very nice for a little wander round. Very peaceful.
Bakalım kızım o zaman bir sigara mı içeyim? Tamam. Şunu ıslatıp verir misin Eylül?
Well, I've only eaten bananas, bread, and breakfast cereal for the last 2 days, so I'm ready for some proper food, I think. Well, it's good to have a new appreciation of the depth of the history of this region. It's something to behold in that museum. This is the restaurant I was looking for.
Bira.
Ayran,
Ayran.
ayran, and su.
Tamam.
So this region, Hatay province, has some speciality dishes which I wanted to try. One of them's a tray kebab thing. I've forgotten its name, but I've ordered one. So. This is one of the specialities, this stewed meat with vegetables and yogurt.
Afiyet olsun.
Teşekkürler.
Güle güle.
Güle güle. I'm on my way to this open air museum, and it says it's open 24 hours, but this route is really strange. Very. Don't know where I'm going. Oh, okay. Merhaba.
Hoş geldiniz. Merhaba. Ali, Muzey, Bekçi. Hoş geldiniz.
Ben İngilizim.
İngiliz. Yes. Buyurun. Hitit. Muzey Hitit.
Well, here we are. Looks like some ancient monoliths. He pointed me up to the blurb up here, so. This whole hillside is dotted with old statues.
Güzel
Tamam.
Muzey.
Alright, little detour, and I'm just going to drive through these hills and look for somewhere to park for the night. I've got biscuits and cereal and milk, so enough food. I've always got enough food in the car in case I'm somewhere. All the goats are going in for the night, so the shepherds are off the back roads now, and the police won't be around here. So I reckon I can find a little stealthy turn off somewhere. It's not my favourite thing to do because it's just I'm always a bit on edge compared to a nice city town car park. Another big old flock here. Not sure of my strategy for parking around these areas. Well, there's some old ruins up here, and might have a car park and somewhere I can just hide out for the night. Okay, here's that other group. This is the Tillman Mound, an old Bronze Age and then a Roman settlement. Not really that much else to say, I'm afraid. Mainly want to park here. Okay, the car park is empty. So I guess I'll be alright here tonight. Any other car that comes down, it's not going to be the police, it'll be someone up to no good and they're not going to bother me. Wonder what this building down here is, whether I could find a sneaky turn off down here. Alright, it's an archaeology barn. I think maybe bring the car down here. Just pop down here. There's another car. A car's just come down. I really, really pray they're not coming down this way. Alright, they've gone through into the main site, okay. It's dodgy. There goes the other car. Just got some biscuits for dinner and some cereal and milk down here. I've also got some Pringles, but these are like emergency Pringles really. They're quite rare in Turkey, so I won't be having those tonight. Just have some cereal, I think. That's it. It's already quite cold, so call it a night after this. There's a car there. It's gone back.